Welcome back, my guys, gals, non-binary pals, and everyone in between. Thank you for joining me here today for another video on Bastion. I'm trying to not make this run much longer, so we're going to try and do as much as we can. I also have a cat in my lap, so. Hope everyone's doing good today.
You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs.
Ooh, cat, please. Don't eat my headphone cord. Alrighty. No, Joe, don't do that.
Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine.
Crap, I'm starting to brush your pipe.
If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. The Grand Rail's all grown over with things of calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Caelondia lost many good men on the rail. Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Ceylonian War.
Ceylonian weapon and
It was right here that Zulf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered army carbine? While choking on swamp weed? While peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. Then, at last, it's the end of the line. Should have seen him tiptoe around those swamp weeds in his way. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first, he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham! When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf. Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wondered just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The inspiration, a forge can fashion anything. That's the way to make every shot count. Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape. A solid frame can put an extra sting in every slice. The city, its riches nothing but fragments now. Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking. He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head. Knocks him into an uneasy sleep. What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mansers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs. At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him. The young man convinced her to take him to a family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. What's the use? The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals. They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal. succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls.
Dig my hole, you build a wall. Dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on
The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tazzle terminals.
city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be.
She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free.
Build that wall up to the sky. Build that wall up to the sky.
Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
Gonna build that wall until it's done. Gonna build that wall until it's done. But now you got nowhere to run. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we've been there for too long.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
Dig my hole, you build a wall.
The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her. When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it.
Hope that starts.
The shards are getting harder to find.
We'll give this training ground a test, and then we'll call it a day for this video.
Ceylondia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles. Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Ceylondian army carbine. Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot. Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the triggers spiced things up a bit. Kid blows through that course like it was nothing.
Heck yeah. First try.
The Ceylandian army would have recruited him in a flash. The dynasty, to the families of the city, all reunited. The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. It's no longer a weapon, it's a precision instrument. Now we're looking at some serious firepower. Machete and carbine still go well together, just like in the war.
Ah, what the heck, we'll do that. Whatever.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. Best to keep out of the cauldron.
I walked right off the edge there. I do like the fact that...
Place as inhospitable as they come.
The fact that air has this fire effect. Okay, what the heck?
But still we pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Culford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. The kid don't shed any tears for him, though. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city, but all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. They said the wild could never be tamed, if only they could see us now. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
I like that.
When one type of firepower ain't enough, there's always the carbine and the bellows. Nothing makes a gun so dangerous as a keen eye. At least it won't get cold round here with that thing around. On the inside, a fire bellows ain't nothing like its more popular air-spitting cousin. Without an insulated air intake, that thing's liable to blow up on you. You'd never guess those things been to the wilds and back.
Alright, we're gonna
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
We're gonna try this out real fast. And then we're gonna call it quits. This is a
Welcome to
longer
Grady
video.
Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Ceylondia. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers. Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around, until we started using fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint.
Oh crap, is there one more?
Wasn't any other way to teach those peckers some respect.
Sick. Alright, and we're gonna call it quits for this video right now. Thank you.
Who knows why we fought so hard to defend our own trash?
That's a good question. Thank you for joining me here today, and I will see you all in the next one.